Now let's explore the 5 neighborhoods for dominant 7th chord shapes. So in each of these lessons, basically what we're doing is just making a very small modification to the previous lesson. So far, we've explored the 5 shapes and 5 neighborhoods for major triads, and then we tweaked that third, we flatted it to make minor triads derived from those original shapes. Then we took a look at major 7th chords, which is basically the major triad and adding a 4th note, the major 7th. Now we're going to modify that slightly to play dominant 7th chords. So dominant 7th chords are spelled 1, 3, 5, there's your major triad, and flat 7, or a minor 7th interval. So now our 7th will be 2 frets below, or one whole step below the root. So let's take a look at what these look like. And again, you always want to be seeing and thinking in your mind, oh, this is ultimately derived from a major triad shape that you worked on earlier. We're going to do these in C, and in this case, we'll be playing C dominant 7th chords. So look at the first neighborhood. This is C7 in region 1. So now we have this. And again, I think it's very helpful to say the numbers or the chord tones as you play them. So we have 3, 5, flat 7, 1. And then that repeats. 3, 5, flat 7, 1, 3, 5. And in each of these regions, you'll recognize certain chord shapes that I'm sure that you've played. For example, in this region, there's a C7 you probably learned from playing Taxman by the Beatles. And that the notes from this neighborhood are all found in that chord shape. Ultimately, these will serve as a template from which you'll extract notes to use in your soloing. Okay, let's look at region 2. So originally this is coming from the A shape, right? We'll modify that to a C7. And the notes are region 3, coming originally from the G shape, we have this. Add the 7th in there, the flat 7th, we have this. And say the numbers and say the chord tones going down as well. So 1, flat 7, 5, 3, 1, flat 7, 5, 3, 1, flat 7, 1. It's just going up and down in order. The next region is derived from the E shape, right? So we have this. Turn that into a C7. And the notes melted down would be this individually. And now we're in our 5th region, our 5th neighborhood, and this is derived originally from the D shape. Take that root and go down to the flat 7. Now we have this. And the notes individually are 3, 5, flat 7, 1, 3, 5, flat 7, 1, 3. And then we return home to our first neighborhood and our first region, and these are the notes for C7. And that's the same shape that we saw down here in region 1. It repeats itself. So again, if you were to continue working up the fretboard, you'd have region 2 here, region 3 here, and so on and so forth. They just keep repeating themselves.